Hello, you're welcome to the Progressive Mind Show. This is Sena, aka Alinko. We are happy and excited to be starting the mating show, which we have dubbed the Finding the Balance. Finding the Balance is basically trying to look at issues that are related to us here, the diaspora, and back in Africa. We will also, in the future, be talking about situations and cultures differences. But this is another edition of the Progressive Mind Show. This is not different from Wednesday. It's the same thing, same vision, same purpose. We only have added Sundays because there's a lot of things to talk about. The workload is huge. And so we have added Sundays 2 to 4. Going forward, you'll be hearing more from us on Sundays 2 to 4. Stay tuned. It's going to be very interesting this afternoon. We are used to saying this evening. This afternoon with these young entrepreneurs who are going to be talking about their products, their vision, and what they're going to be doing from here. We encourage you to share the feed and support their vision. Stay tuned. We shall be right back. Welcome back. And this is, again, the Progressive Mind Show. Here is where we build our community through dialogues. My name, again, is Sena, aka Alinko. Pardon us for the slight delay in the start of this maiden edition of the Progressive Mind Show, which we have dubbed Finding the Balance. As I said, we are going to be talking to this great youth of ours. We're going to be introducing them very soon. We have very talented young people who have decided to follow their dreams and follow their hearts. We shall be right back after this break. Well, welcome back. We wanted to take a one more break because we just wanted to make sure that we have everybody ready. So just keep watching the show, keep sharing the feed as we make sure that we're all good for this mating start. Okay, we are back. And this time we'll go straight to our guest. For those who missed the introduction, this is a continuation of the Progressive Mind Show. We are excited. From now onwards, every Wednesday, every Sunday from 2 to 4, 2 to 4 Central Time, 7 to 9 GMT, Ghana, I think it's 8 to 10 Nigeria, but most West African countries are on the GMT time. So 7 to 9 GMT will be coming your way with the Progressive Mind Show with the Finding the Balance edition, which is typically putting together guests from the diaspora and in Africa and talking about things that relate to us. Let me go straight to our guest, and we have Emmanuel MOCO. He is the CEO and founder of MOCOMINDS. Emmanuel resides in Ghana. A great young man who I found very, very intriguing and inspiring from his project, from his vision, and what he has been doing. He's also Yeah, basically, MOCOMINDS Innovation of Talents and Technology, MITT. Emmanuel, you are welcome to the Progressive Mind Show.
Thanks for having me on the show, Sena.
You're welcome. And next to Emmanuel is Sana SHAHUL, who is not a stranger. She's been on here a couple of times. Sana is not only a political science student at the University of Chicago here in Chicago, yeah, of course, in Chicago. She's also the author of ABLAZE, Mind Trained. ABLAZE, Mind Trained. I'll let her tell us more about that. But Saha, again, welcome to the show one more time.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Absolutely. And then on the bill is AXZHELL. Let me put this AXZHELLS. The name of her company is AXZHELLS Closet. She is the founder and CEO, a young, brilliant lady also residing in the city of Chicago, who's doing great things. We missed PRISCILLA AGYEKUM, who is the CEO of Street Cakes. In the future, we hope that she might be able to make it. Sometimes things happen, and so we are wishing her the best wherever she is. But this afternoon, we encourage you to share the feed and support these young entrepreneurs. They are the future. Now, let's start with Emmanuel. No, ladies first. So let's start with AXZHELL. Of course, we now know that you are for those of us who don't know you, now know that you are the CEO of AXZHELL Closet. Apart from that, who is AXZHELL ELLIS?
I'm 60 years old. I'm from the south side of Chicago, born and raised. I'm an entrepreneur. I started my entrepreneurship life when I was 13 years old. I sell hats, which is the fedora hats for men and women, which is unisex. I sell face masks.
Okay, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. I just want AXZHELL to tell us, if she's not doing her business, what type of person are you? Are you the introvert type of person? Are you the one that likes to go out and hang out with your friends, stuff like that?
I'm actually an athlete. After all the entrepreneurship, I do sports a lot.
Oh, you're an athlete. Okay. What type of sports?
I play volleyball, soccer, and cheerleading.
You're a soccer player. Oh my God. Okay. So there's a lot of value to this young lady. There's a lot of interesting things to you. Play soccer, volleyball, and cheerlead. Okay.
Yes.
We would want to know a bit about that. What is AXZHELL's AXZHELL? Is it AXZHELL or AXZHELL? AXZHELL. What is AXZHELL's favorite food, if I may ask?
My favorite food is Chipotle.
Chipotle? Okay. And your favorite place to go?
To the library.
To the library. And you're only 16 years old?
Yes.
All right. Okay. That is a very inspiring story. Emmanuel MOCO, if you are not if you're not working with MITT, what else are you doing, or what should people know about you?
All right. So most of the time I would probably be either watching movies. I like watching movies a lot. That's where I usually get my inspiration.
Okay.
And maybe browsing the internet for information, like trying to get inspiration from other people's projects and all that.
Okay. Yeah. And what's Emmanuel's favorite food?
Fufu.
Emmanuel, which part of Ghana do you reside?
Well, I'm in Accra, Ghana.
Excellent. Sana, some people already know you. So for our new audience, tell us about your life outside your business.
Well, I'm definitely more of the extrovert, I would say. I really try to go out with my friends, try to stay safe, especially during the Corona times. But yes, I'm definitely also watching movies. I've really gotten into them recently. My friend really got me into them. And yeah, so I'm always trying to go out, whether that be driving or hanging by the lake and having a good time.
Okay. That is beautiful. So let's talk about business now. So there's a great saying or quote that I picked from Dr. Ralph Doughty. He is a pastor in Canada. He once said, "You were born an entrepreneur, don't die an employee." Okay. So what I got from that is that work all your life, work all you want, but make sure that at one point in time, you don't die still being an employee working for somebody, because we were made entrepreneurs. When God made Adam and Eve, for those who believe in creation and Bible, Adam was created to make things, to make things happen in the garden. And so we as humans, Adam and Eve, were made to make things happen, to take care of what God has already provided, nurture it, multiply it, and all of that. And so having said that, what motivated you, AXZHELL, to become an entrepreneur at the age of 16?
What basically motivated me was to be an entrepreneur at 16 was to start my own business, because I wanted my own money so I could provide for myself and for my mother so she could retire early and so I could have money for college.
Okay. You started thinking about making your own money so you can go to college and provide for your mom. At what age?
At 16.
At 16. And then at that, so you are 16 now?
Yes.
How old is your company?
My company started in November 7th, 2020.
November 20. Okay. Do you think that the whole pandemic situation and everybody trying to figure out something also motivated you or contributed to you making this bold decision?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, great. And so so once you decided, you told your parents about it, or you just said, you know what, I'm just going to go with it?
Basically, I told my mom, I was like, these masks are cute and the hats are cute. So I was like, this will attract a different type of crowd than selling eyelashes, something different that an average person doesn't sell and everything. So those.
Right. Sana, you are a student. And so at what age did you decide that, you were 17, 18?
Yeah, I'm 18 right now.
18, okay. Right. And have you always thought yourself to be an entrepreneur aside your academic mission?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Like at what age?
I've always just liked building things. Like I was always super into Legos and stuff. But I think especially right around like 15, I would say it was really when I found my passion for entrepreneurship.
Okay. Were you influenced by your parents or anybody in your family?
Yeah, I would say so. My mom and dad are big creators and visionaries too. So they definitely inspired me to dream big for sure. And my peers, it's awesome. Super
okay. And you decided, okay, so you knew that you were going to build something at some point?
Yeah, I would say so.
But you wouldn't say that you knew for sure that it was going to be a book?
No. I started with an app. I would say that's where I first really found it, was my app. And coding that, I think that's when I realized that, I really like thinking outside the box and building things. And then it segued into confidence to publish my book.
Okay. So it started with the app, obviously. What is the functionality of the app?
Yeah, so I actually lost my hearing in 7th grade. So I was completely deaf for about 2 years. And so freshman year, when I was blessed to get my hearing back, I got a cochlear implant, and learning how to hear that process. So a cochlear implants where they surgically implant something into my ear to help me learn how to hear. And that process of learning how to hear again was so difficult. And I ended up watching one episode of Grey's Anatomy 208 times to learn how to hear again. And I thought that no one should lose 400 hours just to be able to hear. So what my app does is you hit a play button, and it's called Mind_Train. It's on the App Store right now. You hit a play button and you have to match the sound you hear to a bunch of words on the screen. And there are 11 levels, so you can just keep going. And really, it's a great way to practice anywhere, anytime. And people are also using it to help with their dyslexia and learn English. So it's a lot bigger than the cochlear implant, but it just started with that.
Very inspiring and touching story. You said you were deaf for 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And then during that process, you were inspired to create something to help anybody that went through your situation.
Yeah. So when I got surgery to get that implant, yes, to help other people in my situation. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I would like you to continue that story because it's very inspiring. Moko, at what age?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't mind sharing your age as well.
I'm 26 now.
Okay. So and at what age did you ever think of being an entrepreneur in this magnitude? Of this magnitude?
Well, all right. So I started, I got into technology when I was 11. I started programming my first like HTML programming when I was 11 years old, thanks to my brother. So I think I registered my company, or I took it serious after high school. That was when I was about 16 years old. That was when I thought of becoming an entrepreneur or starting like a business of for myself. So I started building applications, video games, and a whole lot. So I actively started, working towards starting my business when I was about 16 years old, I would say. Yeah. And yeah.
Now, in your family, if I may ask, I mean, are there
Yeah.
Engineers, computer scientists, entrepreneurs, type of thing like that?
Yes. So my big brother happens to be a computer science. He studied computer science in the university. So he is also into technology. My other siblings are also into small businesses, selling other food stuff and all that. Yeah.
So do you think that they inspired you, or this is just you?
Yeah. Largely, I would say my brother inspired me. My big brother, because he actually, it was through him I saw my first computer. You understand? And since then, I've been drawing computer every single day. Like when I go to class and the teaching is boring, I start drawing computer. And because he actually was a computer science student, I took that as an advantage to actually learn the coding. So when he goes to lectures and he comes back, he teaches me some of the things that he has been taught during lectures. And I was about 11 years old by then. Yeah, and I took it up on, and I continued till date. I think he's the biggest inspiration I've ever had. That's my big brother, and he still is a big inspiration because he still supports me even till now in some of the things that I'm doing. He supports me in my organization and all that.
Where is your big brother? Is he like does he work in Accra? Is he a student himself? Can you?
He's working for an NGO at the moment.
Okay.
He works for an NGO. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's beautiful. I mean, your story is very inspiring as well. Knowing Ghana, knowing Africa, the terrain. You know, this is where I'm from. Computers sometimes are, for most part, are luxury. I don't know the situation now, but and so for anybody to be exposed to computer, at least when I was growing up, it was luxury. You have to go to the internet cafe to even try to send an email to, just basically just browse the internet and send an email or whatever. And to have access to it now, to be able to be doing what you're doing, which we were going to be going into after in a little bit, is very, very inspiring. We want to talk about challenges. AXZHELL, so now can you tell us, now we want to know the different types of products that your company makes.
Okay, so I have different shields that come in different colors, as my mannequin is showing. They come in different colors, any color you could think of. I have two shaded, transparent, clear, black. This is my transparent ones. This is sunshine. These are the gray ones. I have ones that have two tones, which is clear at the top and a different color at the bottom. But this one is showing is clear at the top and pink at the bottom. And I have one that I wear, which is goes with my outfits today, and with my company color, which is baby pink. And these how they fit. I have them in kids, and they have half shield ones that just cover your nose and your face. They fit all. They are unisex glasses. I sell hair as well as the hair I'm wearing in my head. I sell hats, which is fedora hats that are unisex as well, and I sell headbands, rhinestone headbands that are handmade, and all my stuff are unisex products.
Do you make any of this product yourself, or are you out?
No, I have a wholesale.
You're a host, okay. And so you thought that the type of mask you got, there are other kinds in around that look like yours, right? So what made you choose this particular kind?
I like a fashion statement. I like to dress up, as you can see.
Yeah.
Blazer, which goes with my company as well. And I like to wear different things. And I got tired of wearing the other masks because they didn't go in none of my outfits or anything, and they didn't stand out to me. And when I saw these, I'm like, oh, these are cute. I could wear anything with them. And I started seeing more colors. And then I got compliments, and I was like, I want to sell these because a lot of people compliment me on the ones that I have purchased myself. And so I was like, I want to expand my business across the world in different countries as well.
I was waiting for that. So you want to go global with your business?
How I'm on here talking to people from Ghana. I want to be around worldwide, like nationwide. Like anybody can order from me, and I could just ship it to them.
Okay. Before now, you're connecting with folks from Ghana. Did you have aspirations of doing business globally?
Yes.
Okay. With Africa inclusive?
Yes, I actually wanted to try to find somebody who wanted to purchase one of my products from Africa and everything. But I have people who purchase from me like out of state, as in the United States, from like California, Texas, and New Jersey and New York.
Okay. So you would say so far so good. Business is doing well.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Okay. Impressive. Which of your products would you say is thriving more?
Which of my product is thriving more is my face shield. These go fast because I keep them on hand and they sell like hotcakes, literally. They go fast. I have literally like 20 different colors, different shades. They come for kids too as well. The kids doesn't have that many colors as much as those. And then the kids ones like these are purple and kids. Like Easter today, this would be cute for the kids. Like they go Easter hunting, you find a purple egg.
Right.
And I have kids in blue, clear, and pink, and purple, and green.
Wow.
And I have half face ones. But my face shields go fast. And I ship everywhere, and I do deliver as well.
Wow. Impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just, the story is getting very interesting. And you were watching the Progressive Mind show. This is the Finding the Balance version, and we want to start. For me, there's no better way of starting this Sunday version of the show than young people who also are who are in school or have completed at least a certain level basic school and some level of higher education, but are trying to be entrepreneurs and doing their own business at a tender age, following their dreams, breaking through that fear, or anxiety, and actually fulfilling their dreams. It's very, very inspiring because we know these are our future, and these are the future. And if they have visions, if they can see, if they have these type of foresight, we know that our future is bright. And so it's very important that you support and help them. Share the feed if you're on Facebook and YouTube, because we are on both platforms. MOCO, tell us your story. You build. I've seen a couple of your works, but walk us through the things you build and how you do it.
All right. Yeah. So first of all, I think my inspiration for robotics, which is one of the main things that I do, which people know me for. When I was young, or when I started programming, that was at age 11, I happened to go into an internet cafe, and I think so now you'll be familiar with internet cafes here in Ghana.
Yeah.
So I went to an internet cafe, and I I was playing video games online. I mean, that's as every kid does. And
Right.
I chanced on a video. And when I played the video, it was a robot that was moving on a table. And then when it gets to the edge of the table, it stops and then turns to a different direction and then moves. And when it gets to the other edge of the table, it stops and then turns again. And it was fascinating. So I had to like keep watching several. I didn't at that time. I actually didn't know what it was. So I had to keep watching several videos in relation to that. And the funny thing was, it was a kid that was actually building those robots. You understand? And it was really impressive. So that was when I got interested in like robotics, but then, I didn't really have the resources. I didn't have the robot kit, but I started like practicing, like drawing and sketching and using scraps and boxes to build. So when I grew up a little bit, that was after high school, then I had an opportunity to actually own a robot, which a very good friend of ours, a good family friend of ours bought for me for the first time. And then when I had it, I decided to start teaching other young people in remote schools in the northern part of Ghana for free. So I started this journey by teaching other students with the knowledge I had acquired through the internet. So I've been teaching robotics since probably, I think, 2016, thereabouts. And now I have gotten an opportunity to actually open a whole organization that is into teaching robotics and coding and animation and graphic design and all that. So in 2019, I put together a technology hub in Bolgatanga in the Upper East region of Ghana, where we actually let young people or students come to our hub after school, and then we teach them robotics and coding. So every now and then when you come to the hub, you see students that are registered to learn how to build robots and how robots work, and learning how to code so that they can build solutions for the communities that they live in. So yes.
So you literally make robots, and you got the inspiration from watching the video and all of that, and so you decided to go. Yeah. You decided to do same. Was it difficult for you in finding the materials that you needed to build these robots?
Yes, it was very difficult. As a matter of fact, I personally couldn't find materials here. I mean, I can build a robot, I can build anything that looks like a robot, but for the robot to actually move, you understand, or maybe talk or jump and all that, you need certain components to make the robot move, you understand, or wave and all these things. I didn't have those components, but I could actually build the skeleton of a robot with scraps. But the components that will actually make those robots move, I didn't have. So that was when somebody had to come in and then ordered my first robot kit from Amazon. And then when I received it, I mean, by then I had already, learned how to program them. So I only, went through and then practiced it more. And then when I realized it was the same thing I was learning on the internet, I could actually, teach others.
So
it's very hard. Yeah, it's very hard to have. It's actually very difficult getting the components here. Yeah.
Right. You saw this robot. You went and picked and got some scraps to put it into. But then you went online to learn, to study how to build.
Yes, to study.
So you did not actually get any technical training from like a higher institution. Went to any science school in Ghana. You just literally taught yourself how to do this.
Yes.
At this point, had you already completed tertiary education, whatever?
No, I hadn't. Okay.
So
I still haven't anyway.
Okay, so what level of education did you have at the time?
Senior high. I was in senior high.
Senior high is probably equivalent to high school here.
High school.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Do you have aspirations? Do you have the intentions of going back to school, or you think this is your calling?
Yes. Yes, I actually do have aspirations of going back to school. I actually want to go back to school. just that I actually want to also get my organization to kind of have like a pillar that will make it stand on its own. Then I'll go back to school. But I actually do have plans on going back to school. I want to further like learn more on whatever knowledge I have now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stories are great. Saha, so you built an app from a personal story, a personal inspiration, and which is very impressive. Now, how is the app doing? How is it performing on Amazon in terms of sales or maybe downloads, if I may put it that way?
Yeah, so in terms of downloads, it's doing really well. There was a big surge, I would say, right around September of this year. It's been on the App Store for 2 years. I coded it this summer going into junior year, but only published it midway through junior year. And I've done updates from it. And so I published a recent update in September, and it ended up doing super well. And so usually, I would say right now, I haven't checked the stats in the past week or so, but last week when I checked it, it was been used 5,000 times. Wow. And total downloads, I think, is close to 1,400 right now. So that's been super cool. And it's about 40 times a day, I think people use it.
Wow.
So, yeah,
wow.
Really excited about that. Yeah.
What are the feedbacks? Are people emailing you or, you know?
Yeah, so there was a bit of an error, I would say in November, and it like broke down for a bit. And I just got so many emails telling me it wasn't working, it's broken. And I was coming back. I don't know if Emmanuel can relate to this, you know, when you create something and that's, you know, when it doesn't work. Yeah, right. And so I feel like that was definitely an experience, but a lot of people are telling me how helpful it's been. I get a lot of feedback saying things I could do better, but also how helpful it's been in terms of their hearing and looking at how it's not even, I originally went in for cochlear implants, but now looking at how people want to learn English are using it, and even dyslexia. Like it's awesome just to see the wide range of uses. I also want to say it's awesome to be on the panel with these two other amazing young people. I mean, they're also doing incredible things. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And when I asked that question, I was specifically looking for that positive feedback in terms of how the app is helping people.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, in terms of, challenges, all business people go through it, and we'll come to challenge. We'll specifically give you the opportunity to tell us your challenges. But wow. So this app is definitely doing what it's supposed to be doing. But then you moved from the app and decided to write a book on poems.
Yes.
Now, you're a political science student.
Yes.
And you are aspiring to become a politician in the future.
Something like that, yes.
Okay, something like that. Now,
yes.
How does someone like that think of writing a poem now when you could, of course, you've already built an app, so you were technologically inclined.
Yeah.
So why poems?
I've always really liked poetry. I've always tried to do, Chicago's a huge spoken word scene poetry wise. And so I've always really liked just going to them. And I think recently, especially over the pandemic summer, I felt like I had nothing to do. And I was doing a lot more writing because all of a sudden, like everything that I really enjoyed, like closed down poetry wise. Right. And so I got really into it and thought that it would be super cool just for me to put myself out there and try. I think that mindset of already having that app, like since even if it's not technologically related, knowing that I did something off of an idea I had and it was super successful, that was something that mindset, I think, how do I say your name? AXZHELL? Is that how I say it?
Yeah.
Relate to that a bit too, like when you put yourself out there and try, and she's doing great things with her clothing company. That mindset inspired me to publish the poetry book and just even begin writing. So I think it's been super awesome and I really enjoyed that process. Yeah.
Wow, brilliant. So this book is on Amazon.
Yeah.
I just bought a copy. It hasn't been delivered yet. So
thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah, absolutely. I was trying to see where the poems, where you got your inspirations from in the poems that you wrote, right?
Yeah.
If you want to share them.
So it's only 26 pages. I knew I wanted to keep it short and not make it super long. And I read a lot of poetry. I think to be a really good writer, you got to be a really good reader.
Okay.
And so I took a lot of inspiration from some of my favorite writers. And what I really wanted to emulate was the idea of like growth in the arc of the poem. So it starts off with all about fire, and especially in terms of love. Like, what does it mean to set your heart on fire for somebody else?
Right.
Also, what is that? So then like, what are the repercussions of that? And that's what the second half of the book is all about. And so I think that is super cool too, especially in terms of how do you recover from something like that, and especially in terms of romantic relationships, but also personal relationships. And so that's kind of how the arc of the book goes, ending with loving yourself and that process. And I thought that, especially as a young girl, like reading poems about that have really helped me. And so I think the goal was to try to help other young girls, especially too.
When you write, how many books would you say? How often do you read? Let me put it that way. How often do you read?
I try to read it every night.
Every night.
Yeah.
And or do you say on the average, maybe in a month, maybe a book, or maybe at least you would have gone through half of a book?
Yeah, poetry books are very small.
Okay.
So you can get through them very quickly.
Okay.
So it's like I read quite a lot of poetry books, but just because they're very small, and you can always go back to them. So yeah.
Is there a particular author apart from poet? Okay, now you said you like poems. So who's your favorite? I'll say maybe your top 5 favorite poets here in Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago, I would say there's a lot of good ones. But I don't really know. I would say I'll get back to you on that one. I'd say
okay, that's fine. Worldwide though. Worldwide, is there?
Yeah, Rupi Kaur. She writes some really good books. Emily Dickinson is one of my favorites. I really love her poetry. Oscar Wilde. Definitely going back in time a bit, but even now, F.D. Soul is super good. Just a lot of people don't really pay attention to the poetry scene, but I think if you look hard, you'll find some pretty awesome people.
Awesome. AXZHELL, can you let us know? Can you demonstrate how you wear these masks?
Okay, so each mask comes with a nose piece, which is right here, so it can stay on your nose while you can drive. Use as sunglasses. You put them on just like this. They fit perfectly on everybody's faces. If you have different sizes, they all come in one size fits all, and everything. They feel like this, and you have the kids ones. I can't fit the kids ones because my face too big. But if I had a little sister or a little brother, the small ones could fit their faces in different colors. But my mannequin is wearing the sunshine ones, and she could fit them. And then my hats, they fit different sizes of people's heads. They come in different sizes, small, medium, large, and then unisex. And they come in different, like 7 colors, 7 to 10 colors.
7 different colors. Okay.
Yes.
Are they so the sun, the one that's made for the sun, are they like reflective to the sun? That way they can protect your eyes from the rays.
Yes. Now, for the ones that's like sunglasses, they like the darker colors, which is black, brown, sunshine, smoke black and gray, and purple and blue.
Can we see the sunshine?
These are the sunshine. Oh, yeah. These are the sunshine ones.
Yeah, they are really cool.
They look good in the sun, especially if you're driving. I do a lot of driving as well, so these are good when I drive. I don't have to wear sunglasses, and you can always just flick them up like this and put them up like this, and you can wear them as sunglasses.
Okay.
So you can't lose them. So when you go in public around people, all you gotta do is flip it back down.
Wow. This is what are the feedbacks you're getting from your clients or your customers?
My customers and my feedback always be they fit well, nice customer service, awesome product, very helpful and everything, and they feel comfortable. And if it was a complaint or so, I always fix it the next day or the day of. They call back and I'll be like, I would be happy to exchange it or give you money for it if there was a problem with the product.
You've been doing business for a few months now, and what would you say is key, what has been key to your success so far? That number one thing, or maybe even if it's three, feel free to tell us.
It's just customer service and my personality.
Great, your personality and customer service. So it goes to say that customer service is huge. Like the way you treat customers, the way you talk to people, being polite and everything. And you look like a great young professional, of course, on set and from the way you're carrying yourself. And so I'm sure, yeah. And if you say your personality, is it like, are you always laughing with them? You like to make jokes? I mean, make people feel comfortable and stuff?
I like to make the person who buys my product feel comfortable with it. So, like, I have a good personality, so that makes you buy. Like, if a person have a good personality, you persuading them into, oh, okay, this product good, her personality good, so I'm gonna support her in her dreams as well, a person's dreams.
Have you had very nasty people? Nasty customers, or let's say one or two mean, let me use the word mean, I'll take that back. Mean clients who who just be attitudinal or rude on the phone with you and stuff like that just because they want to buy a product. I mean, there are people like that. I don't know if you have experienced any.
No, not really. I don't much for a math, but that's like an average thing I hear some type of time to time.
Okay.
But I see a lot of people who sell the same product as who sell it for like 30, and I sell mine for 20 with no sales taxes at all.
Okay. You think people are more nice to you because they think, oh yeah, she's a young lady, so let's be,
Some people actually think I'm older by my appearance. A lot of people think I'm older, but not actually think I'm the age that I am, that I'm 16.
Oh, okay. But you do carry yourself very well, so you said you were a stylist by nature, right? Would you say that? Would you agree to that?
Basically, yeah, I like to. So today's Easter, so I have pink on.
No, sorry, I think we missed you for a second. Can you say that again?
Today's Easter, so I put on, because Easter colors are pink, purple, green, and blue, and yellow.
Okay. So you have a whole class. Now let's go to Manuel. I'll come to you again. Your story is very interesting. Emmanuel, so you have been building these apps, these robots.
Yeah.
So when you're watching the game, when you're watching video the first time, when you got the inspiration, you were watching, what you're watching. Now you are building your apps. The person who builds whatever they built for you to watch and get inspired, what had a reason for doing it? What is your reason for making these apps? What do you want these robots? What do you want these robots to be doing?
So actually, for personally, I have personal robots that I'm building, like hoping that like in the future, it can be used for home automation and all that, where you can actually command the robot to turn on your lights, command the robot to open your door, perform certain functions in your house. But my main focus is not the personal robots that I'm building. My main focus is other kids, that's young people learning the skill of robotics or automation. So my main focus is actually getting those kids to actually understand how these things work, because I believe in the future, some of these things are going to be very common. You walk into any house and you're going to see some form of robot, lying around, just as we have the iPhone, what's the name? We have Cortana, we have Amazon, is it Alisa, and all that. So my vision is to actually get young people to actually learn some of these skills, not necessarily becoming robotics engineers, but then just having the knowledge of how robots actually operate or function, or actually get more kids to actually aspire to want to be engineers. You get, I don't know if you get the point. No, so so I'm trying to get as many kids to learn these skills. You understand? Because I know there are talented kids out there who need some form of skill to add up to whatever talent they have. You understand? So that's one of the reasons why I'm into robotics. But then it's not necessarily building the robots that will be working in town and all that, but it's actually I keep learning because I want to be able to teach younger kids who at when I was at their age, I couldn't, get the resources or the opportunity to actually learn the way they have the opportunity now. So I want to give them that platform at their age to be able to learn some of these things. And then maybe in the future, they might be the Elon Musk and the Bill Gates and the, all these top tech guys that we have in the tech industry.
So great. Again, very, very, very inspiring. So for a young man, your dreams of becoming a break or a guru in the tech field is to inspire young people, younger people, young children to have access to computers, to have access to I'll say coding, robots, so that they can be prepared for the AI future, which is coming on us, right? Okay. Yeah. How do you see a lot of competitors in your field of operation in Ghana?
Yes, in Ghana, there are competitions coming up. There are organizations that are also, getting into the field. I know a couple of them, about 2 of them, as we speak. But every year you kind of, see a new organization popping up, also in the field of STEM or robotics. So right. Yes, there's competition in the country, but then it's what is.
And you have a team that you work with. First of all, your project, the non-for-profit aspect of your project. First of all, your company is is it non-for-profit or LLC?
It's a non-profit, non-government organization. Okay. Yeah.
So how are you funding it? How are you funding it?
Okay, so we have a social enterprise as part of the NGO, which is we run an institution that's people come to register to learn some skills like in Microsoft Word, Excel, the robotics, the coding, graphic design, animation, game development, and all that. So what we do is we visit schools that are privileged, or invite people that are privileged to come and register in our institution, in our hub, to learn these skills. And then the money that we accumulate from these trainings, we use part of it to, maintain the space that we work in, or, take care of the staff. And then we use the other part of the revenue to go to these remote communities to go and teach them for free. So that's how we sustain ourselves. We actually run an institution that actually allows adults, not just kids, but this time adults and even organizations. So there are organizations that can actually, contact us and then give us their staff to train them in monitoring and evaluation, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, introduction to coding. Then the organization pays, and then we use part of that money to go to the remote communities to go and teach the less privileged kids for free. So we have a structure that allows international schools or private schools to subscribe to our robotics courses, so that we can visit those schools, let's say once in a week or twice in a week, to teach their kids in a particular time slot, teach their kids robotics. And then the parents or the school pays for that service. And then we take that money, as usual, we take it to the northern part of Ghana, mostly, to go and teach these kids that are brilliant but don't have access to quality education. Yes.
You're still watching the Progressive Mind Show. This is the maiden version of the Sundays episodes, and this is the Finding Balance theme that we want to embark on. And so we are encouraging you to support us as you've always been. Again, we are, as usual, we are on Facebook and YouTube live right now. If you're watching us, we encourage you to share the feed to your friends so we can support these young ones. As you can, as you are hearing and seeing, they're very young, but bright. You can see brightness in their eyes. There's no fear. There's a lot of confidence brimming through their presentation. But of course, they all would need your help in purchasing, patronizing, whatever word you want to use in terms of contribution and support. They would need it. If you have to share their products on social media, if you have to go there and purchase or recommend to someone, please do so. This is how we build our community. So please make sure you are sharing the feed now and also checking their website. We'll be providing that as we go on in this discussion. Now, it's almost 3 p.m. Again, this show is going to be starting from 2 to 4 on Sundays, 2 to 4 CST Central Time. We're in Chicago, so please pay attention to that. And it's going to be 7 to 9 Ghana time, 7 to 9 GMT. Most African countries are around that time zone. Nigeria is about 8 to 10. I think it's an hour ahead. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it is. And so please take note of this. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the notification so that anytime we come live, you can watch and follow what we're doing. We are also on Facebook. We encourage you to like the Progressive Minds. Search for Progressive Minds, like the page, and turn on the notification so when we come, you can see what we're doing and follow us. Now at 3 p.m., after 3 p.m., we will be playing some of their videos, some of their work. Now they're young folks, right? So they don't have the big time company type of commercial ads yet. All right. So don't expect anything fancy. But we'll be supporting, we'll be doing our best to help these young kids to come up with great ad promos for their organization, for their company. So, but for now, we'll be playing what they have for their business. After 3 p.m., we'll be playing that. So keep watching and keep sharing the feed. Bri came on. She says, "Awesome job, guys! Thank you so much, Bri, for your support. This young ones really appreciate that." I was going to ask you, MOCO, if you work with a team. I want us to talk about management now. Now that you guys are doing entrepreneurship, do you have like a management team? How do you go about your administration? Do you have an external body that is helping you, or you just try to day by day?
I actually do have a team.
Okay.
I have a team I work with. Yes.
Did you build
a friend?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I didn't get you.
No, I'm saying. So
you're saying
you are building an administrative team or a management team that can support your vision. Is that correct?
Yes.
How do you go about doing that?
Yes, exactly. So for now, so I basically, like right now, I mean, I've been doing it alone for a while, like with the help of, like I mentioned, my big brother who is very supportive, and then a very good friend of mine who has the same vision. So as we speak, because they are all, working for separate entities, what we do is we try to get interns to come work with us. So we have interns that have the same, vision, and we work with them, and they are actually, doing really good.
Excellent. What's the name of your brother?
Interns and then volunteers.
Okay, interns and
he's
volunteers.
Daniel Pabite.
Okay, Daniel Pabite, wherever you are,
interns.
God bless you, man. God bless you for being a big brother and a good one to this one, supporting his dream. Sana, your organization is small. I mean, it's tech based. You don't need a team. You don't need a management team, do you?
No.
Okay. Do you have aspirations of growing into something else or expanding what you've already started?
Yeah, I do. I think I'm interested in seeing, especially now after the recent update, seeing how we can continue to grow. I think there's some awesome computer scientists at the University of Chicago that I'm really excited to work with in the future and really put out my ideas and be involved in entrepreneurship clubs at the school as well. So.
Okay, great. So this app, though, I'm still very interested in the app. You know, it's intriguing. I'm trying to find out. I wish we can demonstrate how it works, right? Maybe on an.
I can.
Yeah,
if that's okay. Let me.
Yeah. Let's try that.
Pull it up right now.
Great. While she's pulling that magic up, we want to encourage our followers or audience on Facebook and YouTube to share. Okay, Bri, I hope you shared it. Thank you for doing that for us. Trying to see who else is watching us. Let me see here if I can pull that up. I am not seeing. Okay, so I see Henry Darko, Agbaje, Ada Baje Emmanuel, Akwesi Emmanuel, Pearl Agbuka is also watching us. And I think Arshia is also here. Please, when you come on, can you help share for us? These kids need your support. These young ones need your support. They're not kids. Like, look, these are business owners. Okay, so they're big timers. Saha is ready to. Sana is ready to demonstrate her product, her hearing app. All right, let's go.
So it's going to be a little mirrored here. Oh no, it's fine here. So if you hit the "Let's Do It" button,
okay,
and you can hit "Let's Go," and it's just a quiz game. Bed. So I don't know if you heard that. Let me turn up my volume a bit. So it just said "bed," and you hit "bed," and you can hit "Next question." It's a little mirrored for me, but
let's try.
Yeah, so it's just a quiz game like that. So kneel, bed, and you just like keep playing it, and that's how it goes. And it goes through 11 levels, and it gets progressively. So I'm on level 1. I recently deleted it to test an update, but you can hit "I don't know." That's a button.
No.
If you didn't hear that, you could hit "I'm not sure." And that's how it goes, and it just keeps going. Like,
no. Give us a few more demonstrations. I'm getting intrigued. Okay, so I heard no. I heard a no. Yep.
So I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
So you heard "I'm so sorry." So you can hit that button. It says you're correct. The next question. So
hoop.
So let's say you heard soup. It's going to tell you you're wrong. Where's the button here? You're wrong. Listen to it again.
At the bank.
And then it just cycles through. So there's 10 questions per level. And I don't know if we passed. Neil, let's see if we can go fast a bit. And I can show you. But
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
And then this is the last one.
He.
So we passed. So you can hit next level, and then these you can practice on this page before you get quizzed on it. So
wrong.
What have you been up to?
So it just keeps. So you can practice, and then you can play it again. And then you hit the "Let's Go" and do it all over with a new set of sounds.
Wow. Yeah. So these are designed so that, let's say again, I know you explained it, but for someone who probably didn't catch it, if you have a hearing problem, you have this app, you punch on the numbers, and it would pronounce the word to you, say the word loudly to you, right? Yeah. And if you heard it correctly, then if you heard the word correctly, then what do? You push the next one. Is that what it is?
Yeah. You push the one you heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you push the one you heard, and if you push the wrong one, it will tell you that you pushed the wrong one, right?
Yeah. You're
okay. So that's when you know you are hearing correctly or not. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Wow. How long did it take you to build this?
Ooh, quite a while. I would say it took me about 3 months total. But then I wanted to finish it in the summer, and it just did not happen that way. I think I was a little ambitious in my timeline, so I had to do it I ended up publishing in January of 2019.
2019. So, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's very impressive, and it's a blessing that you can turn, a situation, a not so good situation for you, into like a big dream and a big vision, you know, an opportunity for a lot of people. So, so do you use this yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, but your hearing it's perfect though.
Right now. Yeah.
Okay, right. Would you say that your own app kind of improved your hearing condition?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So you didn't have to rely. I'm sure there are similar apps like that on the market.
No, so the joke was there wasn't. And I think that was very exciting. I think for me, especially because the doctors just told you to watch the same episode of television because your brain doesn't know what sound is after you get that surgery. Because I have 32 electrodes in my ears that simulate sound and that stimulate my nerve because my ear doesn't work. And so you just have to watch the same episode of television over and over and over again so your brain can finally understand what that sound is. And however, what young kids do is they get word lists from their parents. So their parents read words to them. So what I thought was I'll do the exact same thing, but I'll remove the parents, make the parents automated, right? So that's the exact same thing. You get somebody's reciting a word and you have to click which one you hear. But for young kids, their parents will read them the exact same set of words. They're actually the clinically proven words I put in there to help you hear. And I thought that was such a good way that I could use technology to remove like a person and put that in there. I know that probably Emmanuel, that's, you know, with all of his robot stuff, I think it's very similar, but yeah.
Did you learn coding by yourself?
No, so I did an intro. Our school requires intro to computer science. And so I actually won the computer science award, and that gave me a little bit of confidence too that I knew what I was doing, and then learned the new coding language of Swift. Wow.
Wow. Let me ask you, so you of course don't need the management. How about, so Ajwa Stevens is watching, she says, very impressive.
Thank you.
That's basically from Ajwa. You can see her comment. And then from our Marshall Ellis, it's just nice to see young people grow and succeed. And Bribri earlier comment earlier as awesome job. Thank you all for supporting these young entrepreneurs, young CEOs, young visionaries who are sharing their stories with us. AXZHELL, do you have a team you're working with now?
I'm actually trying to start a team across the world, like different people I can hire across different countries and different states and everything. So yeah.
Wow.
So no, I'm the only person on my team. It's just me and my mother. She's just my manager, but I actually do everything and stuff myself, and my mom just co-manage me and manage me.
How have you found entrepreneurship so far? Do you think it's a difficult thing to do? Are you enjoying it? Tell me.
In my honest opinion, I think it's a lot to do when you have to struggle with school too. But since the pandemic, I can balance things both out and everything. But it's a lot to do, but it's very easy too. You just gotta have a good manners and a good personality to handle with people and your customers and everything, and have a good spirit.
Is this your passion?
Yes, I like to work with people a lot. People say I'm a people person, and a lot of older people like me and young people like me as well, like different age groups and everything. I get along with.
So, okay, that's fine. But how did you get funding for your business?
I actually started working for After School Matters, and then I used the money that I had saved up for, like, which I get paid $108 every time, like every 2-3 weeks, and I save it up, and I was like, I want to invest my money into something that I can reimburse and profit it.
Okay, so I asked the question earlier, and I want to reiterate, and I want to ask you again. Okay. Sorry about that feedback. Is this your passion, being in fashion and selling and in this type of what you're doing? Is this your true passion, or you feel like, you know what, like based off what you said, you think you are being inspired by the fact that you want to make some money, take and help your mother and do the things that you want to do? So which one is it?
This is my passion.
It's a passion.
Yes.
Okay, so doing this type of business is your passion.
Yes.
Okay. Would you want to venture into any type of business, or is there any other business out there that interests you?
No, not really. I just wanted to expand my products to like different countries and everything.
Why are you so intrigued about expanding your products to different countries and not? I mean, you in America, the American market is huge on its own.
Yes. Because a lot of people don't have like a Ghana or Ghana. I think I'm saying that wrong, but
You're saying it perfectly right. It's Ghana.
okay. A lot of people in Ghana probably haven't seen the products I sell, like as in the shields. Those are different and unique. You won't see a lot of people seeing them with them on very much out there. So that's why I want to expand my business like to Ghana, Nigeria, Nigerian, different places, Africa and everything. Because Africa is a big landmark, a big place to have your stuff marketed in.
How do you know this? Have you been reading business books? I mean, young people barely know about Africa, let alone talk.
Actually, since I go to a private school and half of my classmates are Nigerian and African, and I hang around a lot of people like that too, different cultures and everything. So I expand my attention span with different cultures as well.
That's good.
So actually, my best friend is Nigerian, and her parents go back and forth and bring us different foods back and forth from Nigeria and everything and travel. And I wanted to use my passport to go to Africa as well. Probably just.
That would be beautiful. You will have a time of your life. Okay. Now, having mentioned Africa severally, you are here. Do you get that vibe that people talk about, that Africans and African Americans don't get along? Do you being a young person in school, do you get that type of vibe within your
No, because like I said, I have a African and a Nigerian best friend.
Yeah, I know you do, but what I'm saying is, do you get that vibe going on around you? I mean, you know what's up. I mean, you got friends who are from there, so you're cool. But do you feel that vibe within your age group?
No.
Not at all. Okay, excellent. So you definitely do have a good vibe around you, and you know what's up. You know your people. You know what I'm saying. You know you are a world candidate. Let me put it that way, right?
Yeah.
And so which is world citizen, or citizen of the world, whichever way you want to put it. We are all citizens of the world, and so we ought to just love one another, respect one another, and treat one another, and of course, try to do business with one another, because we all need each other. So great mindset, and I'm super impressed. You make hats too, and I'm wondering, hats, like your age group don't wear the type of hats you wear, like I was checking out your outfit, and I'm like, she's dressed like Gladys Knight or Aretha. Which is cute. I it's classic and it's beautiful, but yeah, what's up with that?
Actually, I'm dressed like this today because I just got done seeing Mr. AC Green from 106.3 out there in Madison. He was broadcasting from a black owned restaurant called Sip is Safe. Sip is Save with Sip is Star. It's a black restaurant that just opened, grand opening today, and I went to go see him. And today was Easter, so I was like, I want to dress up today, so I wore pink.
So you wore pink and you had your hat on. I'm sure once you got there, a lot of people, yeah, and they were treating you like this. They were treating you like adults, right? They probably thought you were this, this big lady. I mean, great. I'm saying, like an adult who was coming in to run the show, only to find out that you were the 16-year young lady who was coming up very, very strong. So that's very beautiful. Very beautiful. It's 10 minutes past 3 p.m. You are still watching the Progressive Mind show. This is the Finding the Balance version. Again, this is our maiden show. This is the first of it. And we are glad to start it with this young entrepreneurs. Check these people out, man. In the next few years, you'll be hearing a lot from them. I asked Aishia if we know how she was able to fund a business. She told us, Sana, same question, funding wise. Was there an issue for you, or did it come very easy because of the business model that you have?
For the app or the book?
Both.
So the app was free. It stayed free.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure of that. I dabbled in making it, putting money on it, and it ended up being fine. But I think at the end of the day, I realized that I wanted to make a bigger impact, and I was blessed enough to not have to think about the finances.
Right. Okay.
And so that's how I approached that. Book wise, it's $6.50. I think the price point's appealing. And so I think I can definitely get my friends to buy a few more, I'll be honest, than more than one book. I've been like, oh, maybe 2 or 3, buy it for your sister, stuff like that. But yeah, those sales have been fine as well. But I think for me, the business model being going in with the intention of helping people and seeing how it goes from there. I've had an investor, but I think I like having it to myself for now and seeing where I don't think there's any harm in that.
Yeah. So you have an investor already come up, and they're trying to throw money, because what you're doing is very innovative. I mean, I don't know if that's why I asked if there are a couple of products like yours, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think there are a lot, you know. So you're gonna be a billionaire soon. You're gonna be, very, huge, because this is huge, right? And there are a lot of people not only here in the States, but in Africa and Europe, elsewhere, right, that can benefit off of this. And I'm sure MOCO can speak to it. I mean, you work with kids, MOCO. You love kids. You are helping young people in some of the deprived places in Africa, specifically Ghana, who may not have an opportunity ever to even see a computer, let alone work on it and make something of it. And I'm sure some of these kids you have come across may have hearing problem. I don't know if you've experienced it, but share the story with us.
All right, so that's very true. Some of the kids, have their own challenges. In my area, I have come across just few students who are deaf, like they are deaf.
Deaf, right?
But you come across, but most of the students that we actually meet are kids that don't perform well in class. Okay. And yes, most of the kids that we actually interact with, like when you visit a school, before you even start teaching them some of these things, you ask the teachers the backgrounds of, like, the kids that you are coming to, teach, before you even start training them in robotics. You don't just jump into robotics and then start teaching them or coding and all that. But when you kind of, throw questions at these teachers, most of the concerns that they mention are that some of the kids actually forget things. They are very forgetful. So that when you teach them in the class, the following day, they actually forget everything that they were taught. So those are some challenges that some of these students have. So there are kids that come to class, they learn. During lessons, you see that they are very active, they remember whatever the teacher is talking about, but then the following day when they come back, you realize that they forget, because when they go home, there's nothing to, reference to, like something to remind them of what they actually learned. So it's one of the reasons why we are actually having the MITT, which is to target students that are talented but then are unable to perform well in class. You get it? So with what Sana is doing, it's an application that can actually, be given to some of these kids that I'm talking about. I'm sure when they are at home and they have access to a tablet or a mobile phone, they can be using this application to actually, revise whatever they learned in class, and it's going to make a huge difference, if you get what I'm trying to say.
I completely I completely understand what you're saying. This so something that can help with the retentive memory.
Exactly. So not necessarily kids that are deaf and dumb, but then kids that don't really perform in class, they'll probably need something that will, a game like what she's done, a game that will actually, practically teach them some of the things that they were taught in class. So when they go home, they don't just go and sleep or work, but then they have an application that will allow them to play a game about the lesson that they learned in class.
Absolutely. What do you think about this, Anna?
I just messaged. I think it's so great what he's doing. And I think as someone who really appreciates and acknowledges technology and its constant changing, but also the privilege of having technology and how in an increasingly globalized world, right, where everything is becoming a lot more intertwined with technology to a point, right, where even Facebook is now involved in elections, that it's awesome to see getting young people involved with technology and how, you know, it's a very rare gift to be able to teach. I don't know if I could ever have the extreme patience to do that, but just seeing.
But you can create an app similar to what you've already created, right? Because what you've done, it, helps with hearing. But what he's talking about might need something that would help students. I mean, kids, with maybe memory retention, if or just some kind of stimulator, right? That can get these kids, playing. Like you said, you teach them, they see it physically, when they go home and it's done. But when they are on the phone, if they are, I mean, now everybody has access to phone. If they are on the app, they can be playing these things that they've learned, So it might be an opportunity for you to venture. All I'm saying is it might be an opportunity for you to venture into something similar to what you've already created.
Yeah, I'll definitely connect. I would love to. I know, definitely exchange.
And all the pattern to it before who knows, you might have another investor trying to come. And just all I ask is when these investors come and when you become the next Mark Zuckerberg and all of that, just drop a little bit of your money into Progressive Minds, and we'll be fine.
Don't worry, I will not forget you.
No, this is the Progressive Minds show. You're still watching us live in the studios here in Chicago. We are glad to be coming your way. Glad to be starting the Sunday version or the Sunday edition of the show, which is Finding the Balance. And we are very excited to begin with this young entrepreneurs, Sana Shahul, who is right here in Chicago, a student of the University of Chicago. AXZHELL Closet is also in Chicago. Emmanuel MOCO is all the way in Ghana doing great things. And we would like to take a short break to play their videos, right? Some of their work. So let's start with AXZHELL. AXZHELL, this is the work.
This is AXZHELL's closet, where she sells the hat, the face mask, the Rohoner hood, and she also sells the hair. Contact her by all the social media, and you can also Google her, AXZHELL's closet. This is AXZHELL's closet, where she sells the hat, the face mask, the Rohoner hood, and she also sells the hair. Contact her by all the social media, and you can also Google her, AXZHELL's closet.
Hi, my name is Sana, and I've actually created 2 products. The first one is my poetry book, ABLAZE. ABLAZE is a 26-page poetry chapbook about all the ways that I've seen people grow from past trauma. And what better way to market my book than to tell you about it by reading a poem. The first poem in the book is, Listen. Destruction is an angsty teenager, taking its anger out at the world. Its cries for help have gone unnoticed for too long. Loud music is a distraction from circling thoughts that linger in abstraction. It dances to a rhythm of its own. A conductor of its symphonies, a canvas, paintbrush, and artist, at the same time, a beautifully misunderstood schoolboy, yearning to feel a touch of anything not ablaze. If this sounds interesting to you, this book can be found on Amazon, $6.50, and I promise you it'll be worth the read. The second product that I have is an app called Mind_Trained. It's an iOS app that I built to help people with cochlear implants like me learn how to hear again. I found this process to be extremely hard and difficult and wanted to make this process easier, so I created this 11-level quiz game, where in essence you hit a play button and you have to match it to a series of words It's 11 levels, so you'll never run out of words. It's definitely worth the time. It can be accessed anywhere. However, it's not only limited to cochlear implants. I've had users tell me that they've been using it to help with their dyslexia as well as learn English. If this sounds like this product could be helpful to you, please find it on the App Store, mind_trained. I hope you give both my products a try. Thank you so much.
Coming up with a brilliant product that would be a blessing to the world. And actually, it's already been a blessing. And thank you all for coming up with those brilliant products. We would the number to ring in if you want to congratulate. Yeah, I know we all hate watching ourselves, seriously. But you did awesome. AXZHELL, you did awesome as well in your videos. But like I said, I would personally help you guys put something great together. Okay, something that will be awesome looking, you know, like an ad promo for your business, because you guys are doing something great. So I will be supporting you in coming up with that. You know, as you know, after the show. So let's take this. Was gonna say, okay, we're gonna watch MOCO's video too. We're gonna watch MOCO video. But so far, yes. If anyone wants to call in, anyone wants feel like encouraging these young entrepreneurs, the number is 815-277-5047. 815-277-5047. Please call now and support their vision, their dreams. You can also check them out online and buy their products. I would want to know a little bit more about AXZHELL's closet. I know she sells wigs as well, right?
I sell bundles. I sell wigs. I'm starting to sell eyelashes too. When you get basically your upper face done, you have your mask, your eyelashes, your bundles, and a hat.
Okay.
I do have products with me on hand, and I do deliver and I ship anywhere in the world. And it come in different fractals, different colors, and the hair is no shedding, and it come up to all up to 38 to 32 inches long. So I come in different styles: Brazilian, Indian, body wave, silky, straight, and everything. And you could dye it.
Okay. Great products. Let me ask though. I've always wanted to ask, when I see ladies with long nails, like, is there a name for it? Is there like a specific name for it, or is just long?
Long nails? These are actually these are called coffin nails.
Okay. And you sell these as well?
No, I don't sell nails.
Okay.
But I did get these. These are press-ons though.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you for sharing. We would like to watch. Now you've all watched your videos. Any comments on the videos that we've seen so far from Sana, AXZHELL, Emmanuel? Okay, Sana, I know you don't like watching yourself, so I already know. AXZHELL, any comment? Okay, all right, not really. All right, let's see if we can get MOCO's video.
MOCOBot, how are you?
Great. And you?
MOCOBot, I'm fine.
Good to know.
MOCOBot, how old are you?
My age depends on when my first algorithm was run. I am a month and 2 days old today, 36/3/2017.
MOCOBot, yellow light on.
Yellow light turned on.
MOCOBot, red light on.
Red light turned on.
MOCOBot, green light on.
Green light turned on.
Hi, I'm Emmanuel TETTEH, project manager for Lab on Wheels. The purpose of Lab on Wheels is to
increase ICT education for basic schools, making our resources mobile, reaching out to very remote communities and schools where either electricity or computers are not available. With our Code at School and Code at Community initiative, we want to make coding and computational thinking a regional capability. Collaborate with us on the Lab on Wheels project to make this world a better place.
We took a walk out and we saw there are rubbish outside everywhere you go. So we came up with an idea called Chatbot. It automatically opens for you to put your rubbish inside. You can use this for coronavirus to prevent it. Because the number that everyone come and put that.
planet from the sun. You probably already know a lot about the planet Earth, because Earth is the planet where...
Okay, so that was pretty long, but thanks for staying glued to watch it, to see the inspiration of a young man who is trying to do something for his society. Emmanuel, MOCOMINDS, great job. The last bit, everything caught my attention. Very impressive. The last bit is what I wanted to ask you, which is the book that had some kind of computer, what is that? What's that concept? What's the concept?
All right, so it's one of the projects that I'm currently working on. It's called the Flip AR, as in Flip Augmented Reality. It's an augmented reality technology that I'm working on. It's an app. So what I'm trying to do is, you know, when we were in school, junior high, high school, we were given textbooks to learn, but then the textbooks had only images. So after you read a passage, then you see an image below the passage, and then the right figure 2.3. Those images were, you know, static. You could only see the image, but there was nothing else to it. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring those images to life. So instead of like reading a textbook about the digestive system, or reading a passage about the digestive system, and then you only see the image of the digestive system, but you can't really tell how the process, you know, goes. What was the exact process? Like,
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, a graphical representation or a graphical view of how the digestive system actually works. Or with the solar panel, with the Earth 3D that you saw. If a student was learning about the solar system and you're learning about the planet, how does the moon actually rotate around the Earth? It's just images that we actually see in the textbook. So the application I am building, or I built, allows those images in the textbooks to come to life. So when you put the app on the textbook, it will actually bring out the image that you have in the textbook. So like the first video, it's an image of Kwame Nkrumah during Ghana's independence in 1957, sorry. So when you put the app on the image, it actually plays a video of the event when Kwame Nkrumah was giving the speech in 1957 during Ghana's independence. And then with the Earth 3D that you saw, when you are reading about the solar system and you see the Earth image and you put the app on the Earth, it actually brings the 3D, the Earth out of the book. So you can actually go around it, rotate it, touch it, maybe change it to Jupiter, change it to Mars, change it to the moon, and then you can go around it and then study it properly. Or if you are reading any comprehension textbook and you actually, let's say you are reading about Anansi, but all we do is we read the passage, but then it's just pictures that we see of Anansi. But this time you can actually play a video of Anansi performing those tricks that you are reading about. It actually like bringing the content in the textbooks to life, basically. Yeah, so it's an application. It's one of the applications that's really dear to my heart, and I spend a lot of time working on it.
Wow. So for Sana's book, for instance, I mean poems, for instance.
Yeah.
If you put the app on, let's say you open a page and you put the app on one of her pages, it should be able to capture the words and in a very graphic form. I mean, objects, right? You know, create a graphic object for each, so you can visualize the words that's just put in the book. Oh, wow. Very, very impressive.
That can be done. That can be done. Yeah.
So that is what you've worked on, and you are working to improve it.
So we are adding a few more functionalities to it. So one of the things that currently we are working on adding is the function. I wish I could show you, but there is something that we are adding to it for people. So it's good that Sena is here. It's an animated character at the bottom right of the application that actually allows people who are deaf and dumb to actually view that aspect. So for instance, while the audio is coming out of the video, if you are deaf and dumb, you can actually choose languages. So there are, we have languages that you can choose from. One of them is Ga, French, and then ASL, the American Sign Language. So if you choose Ga, the audio that comes out of the application will speak Ga. If you choose French, it will speak French. If you choose English, it will speak English. And if you choose sign language, it actually puts an animation in the bottom right corner of the application. So for somebody who doesn't hear, whilst you are playing, whilst you're using the application, the sign language will be sending all those, sign signals to you. Right. So I've done a prototype of that, but we are yet to actually capture all the sign languages. It's a bit difficult to do, so maybe we may have to hold on to that, and then the future, if we get the right technology, we'll implement it.
Guys, let's talk about this. This is very impressive. And viewers, we need you to support these young ones. We bring them on here to share their stories, their breakthroughs, and of course talk about their challenges, which we are about to do. But their work can progress and grow, and you can actually give them more confidence by you patronizing or supporting in any way. If you can go on Amazon and buy any of their products, even if you don't need it, you can buy for somebody, or just share their products or their company information with somebody, right? Social media is easy. You can just share something. I wanted to know what the challenges are for you guys as business, young entrepreneurs. Sana, let me start with you.
I would say for the app, I mean, just like MOCO can relate, that the idea you get errors, right, when you're coding, and it's a very frustrating process. I think coding itself has a lot of ups and downs, very roller coaster ride, depending on what you're coding and how you're doing it. So I think the challenging part for me, I remember there was this one night where I deleted like all of the connections I made to all the buttons. And I just started sobbing. Like I worked so hard on it, and it just I deleted it accidentally, and I didn't have a copy of it. And I think I have never felt so sad over like a single project in my life. Just because, I think that was a challenge in getting through the errors, right? If you forget like a semicolon, your code will not run. That was a little bit just like really having such a big idea and then being able to narrow it down and then doing the thing. I think sometimes I found that difficult, as well as figuring out how do I, they call it top-down development, when you start off with a really big idea and then break it down into all the smaller ideas. I think figuring out exactly how do I want to code it so that when you hit this button, this happens, or so it's not like taking my big idea and putting it into smaller ones. I think I found that to be difficult at times too. I think in terms of the poetry book, figuring out the order of the poems and trying to stay as authentic to myself. I think at first I felt this pressure to write something that will be mind-bogglingly good. Right? And I think accepting the fact that it doesn't always have to be. And it's okay that if I present something that I'm really proud of, then that is enough.
Right.
And so I think it's been interesting to be very involved in the computer science world and then also be very involved in this kind of artistic medium. But as well as, just putting it all together and working, that some of the voices in the app are of my friends. Just because it's good to get different voices and get background. And so like coordinating all of that and making sure that you hit, when you hit the right button, the right sound plays. So the attention to detail.
Okay. AXZHELL, any challenges so far for you, AXZHELL? I know I have been butchering your name throughout the show, but please pardon me. I'm trying hard with my African accent to get it right. I said it right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
The different challenges I go through with my business is basically trying to fulfill all orders at once, and then transportation, because my mom goes to work too, and she do be my transportation and everything. And when a customer calls, I basically tell them I could deliver to within the hour or 2 hours before when they want it and everything. And that was basically it. That was basically the only challenges I go through.
Okay. No, it's great that there aren't big challenges, as you're trying to put your vision together. You got it all, there aren't too many to worry about. MOCO, you mentioned to me that your not-for-profit division, I mean, your organization is not-for-profit, but the project you have going on in the outskirts of Accra, which is Boligatanga, the northern part of Ghana, where a lot of impoverished people, there's a lot going on in terms of economic development, and you are helping these deprived kids, and your establishment got robbed. People came literally and robbed and took away all your equipment and everything you worked hard to help these little kids. That alone must be very heartbreaking. I know that's a major challenge for you. Tell us about it briefly.
Yeah. Yes. It's been really hard. I think you probably know. I mean, as we speak, I still sometimes sit down and then I keep asking myself, what, like, where did I go wrong? Like, you understand? It's really hard because I've invested so much into this space. The hub. They took almost like they actually took everything, including the projector, the TV, tables and chairs and everything. My problem is I have to start all over again. It means we have to, go back, look for some more money, buy all these things again, buy the tables, buy the chairs, which is a lot of money, the projector, TV, laptop, all these stuff. And the robots are quite expensive. Like, it's really hard to even get the robots. You can't get the robots in Ghana, so you have to order it from Amazon. The shipping alone is a lot of money. So if you put all these things together, and then how much money you've invested in even renting the space that all these things were kept, it's really hard. Like, it's been very difficult for me this past few weeks. But God is good. I know He has some plans for me. So,
wow. So yeah, I know it's because, I mean, Ghana, we don't have, like here, the insurance system where you have your organization insured, where you can recoup, with them. They basically, they can restore you back from back to where you were in times like this. So to deal with this, again, you're only 26, and I'm sure financially, like I said, you've been funding this, by yourself through, the jobs you've been doing, your savings, and maybe friends and family. And so my heart goes out to you. I'm asking the community to, whatever donation you can send to him to help him. He didn't ask for this, but of course, it's just a touching story for a young man to invest in all those gadgets, and for someone to just take one day to take everything away. We're hoping that you can get the help that you need to get you restored. And going forward, if that happens, I think you may have to take extra security measures, maybe the door locks, build some kind of wall or fence or something around it. But yeah, that's just by the way. It's still the Progressive Mind Show. We have been talking to these great young entrepreneurs for the past 2.5 hours, 50 minutes to the end of the conversation so far. I mean, this time went very fast. Sana Shahul, who is an author of her poet book, which is ABLAZE, and she also made an app which is called Minds Trained. Minds Trained. What an interesting name. Emmanuel MOCO is the CEO and founder of MOCOMINDS Innovation of Talent and Technology, MITT. MITT. Wow. And you call your organization MOCO Valley?
MOCO, the hub is called MOCO Valley.
Okay.
This is Silicon Valley. So
I know I know exactly what you're doing.
So it's a Ghanaian version. Yeah, a Ghanaian version of Silicon Valley. Hopefully one day we'll have like a whole community, a whole city filled with some tech geeks and all that. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a dream that can be fulfilled. We've also been talking to AXZHELL Closet, a young bright lady who has been who started her business last year, November. She deals with in all this face mask and hats and whatnot. So I would like you all to share your social media, how people can locate you, how people can support you. Usually I leave this at the end of the show, but share it now so people can find you and support you and whatnot. How can people get to you guys? Let me start with, go ahead.
Okay, so you can find me on all my social media at AXZHELLS Closet, AXZHELLS and when my closet comes to you, you can follow all my social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Google at AXZHELLS Closet, AXZHELLS CLOSET, and my website is AXZHELLCloset.com. agyle.com, which will take you to my social media links too, so you can stay active. And make sure you sign up with my email crew so you stay active what is in my closet and where my closet is coming to.
Is there a phone number people can easily a phone or email address?
Yes, and my email address is info at AXZHELL.com, COM. And my phone number is 773-407-2632. And again, the phone number is 773-407-2632. And the email address is info at AXZHELL.com, AXZHELL.com.
What are the price ranges of your products? Can you share some? Can you share them with us?
My face masks, all my face masks are $20, and my hats are $20, and the bundles of hair varies in different sizes of the inches, so they go up by inches.
Okay. Now you said the face masks are $20.
Yes.
Okay. So typically, what is the shipping duration? Yeah.
Okay, so my shipment fee is $5, which is my delivery fee too as well. Shipping and delivery is $5. It takes 3 to 5 days to be shipped to you. It depends on how you ship it on your end, like priority or first class mail.
Wow, you have all that service going.
Yes.
Wow, and you set all this up. You put the system together, or you hired someone to do it for you?
I did. I made my own website, my own cards, my own logo and everything. I got it done made, but I put all my stuff together and everything, like my own establishment myself.
You made your own. You made you built your own website.
Yes.
Okay, so let's. So you are a jack of all trade. Like you do sports.
Yes.
You play basketball. You play soccer. You play volleyball.
I play volleyball and cheerleading. I don't do basketball.
Okay, you play volleyball. You cheerlead. You play soccer as well, and you build your own apps. You do your own graphics, and you have your own business. And you want to go global with your business.
Yes, correct.
And the name of your business is AXZHELLS Closet. You have face masks, hats, and bangles.
And headbands.
And hairbands. Wigs too?
Yeah, I do have wigs too. It comes with my bangles.
Wow. If you were to start another business today and you had not started AXZHELLS, would you have done anything different, or the same thing?
It would have been different. I think it depends. I think I would have started a business, how to start a business, like classes to teach kids how to start classes, how to start a business at a young age, basically.
Okay, so you have in you to teach young people how to start a business.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that there's a need for young people to go into business, or people in general to do their own business versus 9 to 5?
Yeah, because when you do your own business, you could pick a time when you want to start, when you want to work. A 9 to 5, you have to go in, clock in, and everything. You got to be on time, and you can't choose what days you want off. They choose for you.
Okay, so do you think that you have to use the same ethics in corporate in your business as well?
Yes.
Okay, because the same thing, 9 to 5, you got to be at work on time. So
Yes.
so if you run your business, the same thing. You got to be up early, you got to show up on time, and all of that. And I think the reason you probably would want to be an entrepreneur instead of 9 to 5 is the freedom and flexibility, and then also knowing that what you do is what you love, right?
Yes.
Like you're doing what you love, not necessarily, because if you're working with a company that sells, they don't sell, but maybe let's say they manufacture stuff, and you are not into manufacturing, that wouldn't be your passion. So that takes the joy out of it, even though you're making money, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's beautiful. And I think that's a lot. One of the number one reason why a lot of people go into the entrepreneur world, or become entrepreneurs or business people. MOCO, would you say the same thing for yourself as well?
Please, the question again.
Yeah. So what I was asking is, if you were to do something different today, what did you, if we were to start a new business today and you had not started MOCO, what would it be? MOCOMINDS Valley. Can you put it that way?
I think I'll still do that. I'll start MOCO Valley or MOCO Minds.
Okay, this is your true.
But if you say if I'm to do something different apart from this, I mean on the side, I would definitely go into real estate.
Real estate. Okay, you love real estate. Okay, same question, Sana.
I think I definitely would have continued on the entrepreneurship path. Maybe made a different app. I don't know, but I think there's a lot in the technological field and in the technological world. So I definitely think I would want to explore that, and maybe even expanding beyond that. I have a lot of different passions in linguistics as well. So maybe trying to go there as well.
I have a feeling you might not end up being a politician, but be you might just use your political science knowledge to run your business very well, navigate through this world in a very efficient way, which will be to your benefit. So
thank you.
Either way is good. Now, can you all share? Do you have like maybe a mentor or some business person out there that you look up to, that you follow? Is there anything like that for any of you? Actually, you've been smiling. Is anyone like that for you?
My mentor.
Okay, your mom is your mentor.
Yeah.
Wow. Period. Point blank. Period.
Period.
Okay. Why? Look, apart from the fact that we all love our mothers, and I know you love your mother, but apart from the fact that she's your mother, she's been there, sweet mother and all of that. What is it in her that you see that inspires you, that motivates?
I can answer that question. My mom's very independent, and she's a single parent mother who raised me all my life, and she calls me a spoiled little brat. So I basically do things on my own to help her provide too as well. So we provide for each other and my aunt as well. So basically those two women are basically my mentors as well, because they both raised me and everything. And I just look up to them because they tell me if you put your mind to it, you could achieve it.
You sound and come across as a very disciplined and focused, committed young lady. Am I right in using? Yes, you're welcome. Am I right in using these words to describe?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that you see or you saw these words that I just used in your mother?
Yes, my mom was very well spoken and outstanding. She when she see a vision, she writes it down and put her mind to it. She said, "Go for it."
Beautiful, beautiful. We're hoping and we wish that we have so many mothers, guardians, parents, fathers out there like that who can inspire their children or their wards or young ones, friends, loved ones, community folks, as your mom is doing. So good one.
Thank
Sana,
you.
you're welcome. Sana, anyone for you?
I hate to say I'm copying her answer, but definitely my mother. Absolutely. My mother is definitely one of the most important people in my life. I would also say my incredible friends.
Okay.
I have a lot of super cool friends who are also always thinking outside of the box,
Okay.
So it's been awesome. Yeah.
Super cool friends who think outside the box, a mother who's supportive and thinks outside the box.
Yes, the whole family. Yeah. Shout out to all my friends watching right now. Thank you for watching, and
Brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah. MOCO, anyone you look up to, any mentor for you? Apart from your brother, I know you spoke highly of him. He's been very helpful. But apart from him, anybody else?
So yes, Bill Gates and Elon Musk.
Okay, here we go. He just
Bill Gates and Elon Musk.
Yeah, he just wanted. You know what? He just wanted to stand out of you all, so that's why he went. Yeah, Bill Gates and Elon Musk. No, but I was kidding with that.
I want that billion.
Great people to look up to, great minds. Now Elon Musk has read more than if I'm quoting 1,000 books, I think I heard him say, or I think I read from somewhere. Now, reading is huge in the trajectory that you guys are on, right? The path that you've taken, especially for MOCO. Sana, yes, I mean, you're right. So you already said you read a lot. So my encouragement is that, you know, keep going at that pace. And for you, Emmanuel, great person to look up to, great people to look up to. I know that you've challenged yourself very highly, and I know you have it in you to be able to achieve those feats. Okay, so we are about to wrap up the show. It's only 3 minutes at a time, and we are very grateful to our audience who have stayed with us from the beginning till now. Thank you so much. We hope that you will keep sharing the feeds to promote these young ones. To end the show, this is the first one of Finding the Balance, the Sunday version with you guys. It's been wonderful. Anything else that you would like to leave with our audience? Your last words. And I would like to start from the top, Emmanuel, and I come to Sana, and I end with AXZHELL. Your last words before we end today's edition.
All right, so I would like to encourage any young person that is watching this video or will be watching this video later on to keep practicing whatever their passion is. So if you have a passion, like, keep practicing the skill that's is involved in it. And then there are so many resources on the internet. Take your time, go online, and then study them. Like, learn always. Like, there's no end to education. Like, you can always learn something new. So try as much as possible to learn so many things around your passion, and that will be it. You'll probably be doing great at it.
Okay, thank you. Sana.
I'm gonna say follow your heart no matter what, and stick to your dreams. And if someone calls you crazy, it means you're on the right path. I think oftentimes adults and other people are very quick to tell young kids what their places are. I think all of my ideas that I've had, someone at one point told me it was a bad idea.
Wow. Really?
So, yeah. And I don't know. Now I think that means I'm doing something right. So to everyone, you know, especially the young people watching, follow your dreams, follow your heart, as cliche as that sounds, but also it's okay to take a break and reassess and reevaluate. I think you don't always have to be going at 100 at all times. And ending it with, it's awesome to be on this panel with such other, you know, Emmanuel and AXZHELL, I think doing incredible things out here. And so I'm very excited to connect and keep that connection going. And thank you for having me. So.
No, my pleasure. AXZHELL, you get the last spot to give us your last words. Yes.
Thank you. In conclusion, I want to tell everybody, for all the people that's watching, that whatever you do, put your mind to it and you achieve it. And when you see something in life, just go for it, because you're the only one who can achieve it if you put your mind to it. And that if you have an idea, write it down, like you brainstorm, write it down, always come back to it and everything. And yes, and I wanted to thank everybody who was watching and supporting, and I wanted to thank you, Mr.
Alinco.
Mr. Lincoln, for having me and supporting me as well, and giving me an opportunity to be on here with two wonderful people who gave me very much ideas that I wanted to start. Actually, I wanted to create an app just as well for my business and everything, so I can network with different people now as well. With Emmanuel all the way in Ghana, and with Sana in Chicago.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm a happy man today just by hearing the story of young people. It's Sunday, it's Easter Sunday, so happy Easter to everyone.
Happy Easter.
Yes, who celebrates it. And thank you for sharing. Emmanuel MOCO, MOCOMINDS Valley in Ghana, for your robotic project that you were embarking in, the kids that you were helping all the way in the northern region in Ghana. Sana, SHAHUL in Chicago, who have created an app for those who have problems with hearing. Okay, beautiful app. Great idea. She already has an investor, people who want to put money into it. She says, no, I want to hold on to it for a little bit because I want to own it. I want to make sure that all the money comes to me. So you all are not taking the money. AXZHELL Ellis, who owns AXZHELL's closet with her mask. I wish you had the mask on from the beginning of the show. You look so beautiful in it.
I did have it on. I had it on.
You had it on the whole time?
Yeah, I had it on and I took it off. I took it off on my hat.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's true. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. No, but you're right. No, beautiful mask. And thank you. You offered to present me with one. I appreciate it. I'll be wearing it every time, and I'll be promoting it. And definitely there is a market for you in Ghana, in Africa. It's a huge market. It's a huge market. So I'll be MOCO, and I'm sure you all connect. There are other young people who are watching. There are other young people who are watching in Africa now, listening to you, Sana, and all of that. So I am glad, audience who chimed in, Samuel Ogunkoya, Bridget Amignon, she said, nice job, guys. Delali says, awesome. And then Suraj Rana says, this is great, keep it up. Good guy, keep up the good work. And then we had Bob Bambi. Laurie says, great job, guys. We had Sajid Shahul says, excellent job to all to your panelists. You should all be proud of your accomplishments. And then we had EK Stock Trade says, great show. Thank you for all those who have contributed to the show. And if you weren't able to catch it, go back to the Progressive Mind Show on Facebook or YouTube page, The Progressive Mind Show. On Facebook is Progressive Minds. YouTube is The Progressive Mind Show. Remember, every Wednesday, we are here 6 to 8 p.m. We are talking about the Asian American community and the recent attacks on them next week, coming Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. on the show. And then Sunday, we're going to have another edition here, 2 to 4 p.m. Central Time, 7 to 9 Ghana time or GMT. We will say that to whom much is given, much is required. Remember that reasons reap results. And let me just take this opportunity to speak to African youth. In America, that's not that much of a problem because kids are trained to ask questions, find out reasons for everything. Not so much in Africa. And remember, reasons reaps results. So you need to be asking questions about everything. I just want to encourage all Africans or young people in Africa, young people in general. You need to always keep asking questions. Why this work? Why this doesn't work? Ask questions about the things that you don't know, things that you don't understand. Ask questions because when you ask, it gives you purpose. You can work on it. You might get results. All right. And also make sure that you're giving yourself self-care. Self-care is very important. Saying yes to someone or something, which is in turn saying no to yourself, does not help you. If you're saying yes to someone or something, which is in turn saying no to yourself, that is not it. All right. So pay attention to self-care. Okay. Learn how to say no, stay disciplined and focused, and you can achieve every dream that you have. Thank you so much once again. This ends our first maiden show of the Sunday version. We are very glad that you supported us. We shall be here next week, coming week, Wednesday. Again, to whom much is given, much is required. This has been your host, Sena, aka Alinko, with the Progressive Mind Show, where we build our community through dialogue. See you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye-bye.